Morning. It is like 9:30. Yeah, look how low it is. It's around 9:30, I think, on Friday, August 19th. Yeah, 2022. This is Diana's baths. This is my first time actually being here, but I've seen lots of pictures of it. And Marie assures me that the water is low, which I'm sure it is. They had rain, I think, the last 2 days, so I was hoping it would be a little bit more. So today we are heading up to North Moat Mountain, and we're going to come down Red Ridge. And we might pop over to Middle and South, time dependent. Yep. So John and I did the Moats coming up the Piper Trail. It was in the fall, I think 2 years ago. And we did an out and back. But I've always wanted to take Red Ridge, so that's what we're doing today. Okay, we are about 2¼ miles in and on the Moat Mountain Trail. And this is marked, I think it's on Gut Hook, as a swimming hole. So it looks pretty nice, actually. If you are ever up here and are trying to avoid the crowds at Diana's baths, you just gotta walk another mile. Although, who knows, this might be super crowded during the weekends too, I don't know. All right, tons of little tiny frogs. Tons of them, like 1 inch. They're so cute. And it's been really flat and easy going so far. So this is the Moat Mountain Trail after the junction with Attitash Trail. It immediately, it turns to the left and then it starts climbing. So we've been climbing for 3 or 4/10 of a mile. It's pretty steep. I'm sure that the GoPro doesn't show it, but it's steep, and I keep seeing blue sky through the trees, so I feel like we're gonna pop out someplace, but we're not. We're just climbing and climbing.
Couple miles.
Yeah, we got another 1.5 miles maybe, but it's gonna be a beautiful day. We should have great views, and once you're up, there's a ridge, and I think we're making good enough time that we might
Well, that was so flat in the beginning.
actually head over to South. Yeah, the first couple miles was really nice and flat. All right, so here we are climbing. Okay, we're about 1 mile from the summit, and the trail is like all slick. Well, it's not slippery particularly, but slabby kind of rock. It is wet in a few places, so possibly slippery, like right here. Go around it a little. There we go. But it's a pretty gradual climb. Just that first place where we split off from Attitash, it felt similar in steepness to Sandwich Mountain Trail. But this is really very, very nice. Okay, so we are, I actually don't know how far we are. I think we're like 1/2 mile from the summit. And this is like a big open face, and we finally have some views. So right there is Kearsarge North. And then out here we have Eastman, and then the bald faces, and in front of the bald faces are the double heads. And then I'm gonna walk over a little bit over here. Thankfully it's dry. We've got Carter Dome, and then the Notch, and then Wildcat A through the trees there. All right, and it's beautiful, and we have a light breeze, which is feels great. Okay, we are up on North. We're the only people here. It's a little bit before noon. This is Kearsarge North that we're looking at. And then over here are the double heads and the bald faces. Let me grab a pole. This time one pole, so that'll be nice. And then we've got Carter Dome and then the Wildcats over here. In front of us with the ledgy stuff is Iron Mountain, which is a delisted 52 with a view. And then up in the cloud is Mount Washington and Jefferson. But I think, let's see, coming down, I think Madison is the bump right here. And then coming towards us sort of would be Isolation in the Montalban Range. And then coming down the side here is the Southern Presidential. So Eisenhower is not in the cloud, and I can't see it on my screen. I think it's right there. And after that, it's all clear. So Pierce, Jackson, Webster is the cliff. Let's see, over here. And then this is the Willie Range. So the high thing is actually field. And then coming around, we got Kerrigan. And behind Kerrigan, way in the distance, is Franconia Ridge. And then I guess this would be the Bonds over here. The Hancocks on this side. Just, wow, so much stuff to see. Way out, we've got the Osceolas. I can't see it, I think it's over here. And then Tecumseh. Now my eye is burning because I got the wind. And then we've got the Tri-Pyramids. Let's see, I cannot see. The Tri-Pyramids are over here. This is, my screen just went dark. This is, where am I now? Straight in front, okay, that's past Conway. Over here, Chicora was sticking up behind Square Ledge. And then south, Moat is over here, sticking up, and we have decided we're going to go over there. And there's Marie. And Attitash ski area back here. All right, it's really nice. A little bit of a breeze, no bugs. It's warm, but it's not hot. It's not super humid. It has been. Very nice. All right. Next stop will be Middle. Okay, so this is coming off of North a little ways. You're gonna encounter sort of like a chimney section. It goes up higher up there too, but this part right here was a little tricky. I would say hug the side here where these trees are.
Yeah, hang on.
That's the way. And then you come down and there's gonna be this cool rock thing that is like a, look at it, it's like a rock wall. I remember this.
Very cool looking, huh?
Yeah. So we walk right along it.
God.
Look at that.
Very neat.
Isn't it cool? Yeah.
It kind of reminds me a little bit of, where were we? On Sugar Moat? I mean, but this is much more intense. It's really lovely.
And it keeps going. Look at that. I'm gonna turn around and it just looks like a building. It's crazy. There it is. Very cool. We are approaching the summit of Middle. I'm trying to see if it's in here. Where is he?
There.
There he is. There's a tiny little snake. Look at that. I would say he's maybe 6 inches long.
Yeah.
And less than a quarter of an inch wide at the widest. And he's sunning himself in the wet part, which is kind of weird. We're on a little slab, so we're gonna head up. We're really, really close to Middle now. But look at that. So cool. Very cool. All right. I would think there'd be more too, because there's so many. Like, little ones usually are kind of together. I don't know what kind he is. Anyway, So we came down off the north. There are some quite steep chimney type of areas coming off of that. But then since we passed the junction with Red Ridge, it's been much nicer walking. Ooh, a breeze. All right, so looking back, there's north right there. And then this thing in the foreground, I think, is where we're gonna head down Red Ridge on the way back. All right. Okay, we are near the summit of Middle now. It's got a big open area. We're not at the high point for sure, but we are enjoying the nice stiff breeze. That's a look back to north, and then right there is Mount Washington in the clear finally, or just about in the clear. And Jefferson is in the clear. Coming around, and then we got the puddles. Let's see the white caps. And the summit area presumably is right up there. And I think we should be able to see over to south once we get up there. The only other time I was out here, I think it was in October, maybe. It was brutally windy and cold, so we could barely walk when we were on Middle. We just kind of beat it across to get out of the wind. So I'll have to refresh my memory what it looked like up there. In fact, there were passing snow showers that day. Okay, so we're on maybe the high point. So I think this might be the summit, although that spot over there in front of Chicorowa might be higher, but it's off trail. And that is south, which I think is only like 3/10 of a mile. Is it even that far? I'm not sure. It looks super close. I'll measure because I'm curious. So this is, as you can see, lots and lots of big open area up here, and really nice breeze. Oh, and right down here is Cathedral Ledge. Oh, it's kind of in the shadow.
Oh yeah.
Right, maybe in here, which is like, I think that's Cathedral Ledge, and there's also White Ledge, and there's a ledge over there. That is part of that state park, and they do rock climbing, big time rock climbing down there. It's called Cathedral Ledge and Echo Lake State Park or something like that. I don't know. But we drove right by it.
Probably I'll notice it on the way out.
On the way out, we'll see it. Yeah. So, all right, awesome. I don't think we passed a couple groups coming towards north, but I think they all came up Red Ridge because I was clearing out spider webs as we were going. So I don't think anyone's been over to south. So
There you go.
haven't seen anybody. It's crazy. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. It'd be a nice day up on Chicorowa today, too. Okay, this is the summit of South Moat, and I'm up on a rock. So you come up and there's like a ridge of rock right along here. I think I'm on the high point. And there's Chicorowa. The Sandwich Range. Over here we've got Kerrigan. Hancock's to the left of that. There's North Moat. Middle is just kind of that flat area. And then behind that, the Presidentials, looking nice and clear. Carters and Wildcats. Actually, Wildcats and Carters. And then the Bald Faces. Kearsarge North and Double Heads. Nice, this is looking out towards Maine. And this is looking out south. Over here are the, let me think, those are the Ospies right there, I believe. I'll double check that. Nice. Didn't see anybody coming over to Middle. Nobody out. Just that little snake. All right. Okay, so we're on our way back. We're on Middle. We stopped over at that little sub peak right there, and my watch said 28:15, and now I'm back at this, and my watch says 28:15. So, oh, now it says 28:12. So, I don't know. They're the same. I think they're the same. But anyway, so next stop is going to be, we're going to pick up Red Ridge, and I think it goes right down along this exposed ridge over here. So, yeah, beautiful day. We saw two guys. I don't know how we missed that older guy. I don't get it, but the other guy in red we definitely saw both times.
And then that couple didn't follow us.
No, they might have followed us and then gone down Red Ridge, though, I think. So it's been super quiet. We saw two guys who did an out and back from south, and on the way up we passed a family with three kids who were gonna be coming to south, but I don't know. I don't know. The kids were really little, and the woman was carrying one, and apparently one of the kids was having a meltdown after we had gone by. And then there was an older couple, and then there was a newlywed couple, and they saw the family. That's how we know there was a meltdown. I don't know where to go from here. I think over this way. So beautiful. Layers on layers on layers of mountains out that way, and the prezzies are totally clear. Lovely. Okay, we are now descending on Red Ridge, and we just came out of the trees. It's pretty. And this is 3.6 miles long. I think that the ridge, the exposed ridge portion, is like a half a mile. It's pretty. Let's come out here and we'll take a look around. Okay, so now you can see south is the South Moat, is the left-hand one, and then middle is the right-hand one. This is the town of Conway, and Attitash ski area, and then, sorry, Kearsarge North, and Doubleheads. Nice. So I see another bump. Wow, I can hardly see. I think there's a bump here and another bump right there. I think we go over both of those. And then we're going to meet back up with North Moat Trail and walk out past Diana's Baths. We'll see if it's a madhouse now. I bet it is. 5 o'clock on a Friday by the time we get down there. Or later. And right there is North Moat. Yeah, there's not much water there, so. You see that thing that looks like, yeah, it almost looks like a quarry, yeah. Wow. Anyway, beautiful. This is Red Ridge. Okay, so we're still descending Red Ridge, but we've been kind of in the trees now, and we just came out, and there's actually an arrow up on a tree saying, go to the right, don't go down the slide. So that's what we're doing, but you can see it is like a little bit of a slidey area right here, and then we're going to continue on that way. But yeah, that's pretty neat, a little different Up there's north
It's just so different than what we've been at around
and a giant rock.
day.
Yeah, it's weird. All right, we're keeping on. Okay, we are finishing up.
Uh-oh, yeah.
I think we're
Done.
probably 4/10 of a mile, maybe further, but
I don't think.
well, Diana's Baths is right there, which I think is 0.8. So we still have a ways to go. But look at this. It's like a flat road. Yeah, you don't have to pay attention. It's wide. So we are almost done. Didn't really see anybody today. Less than 10 people up there. It was excellent. Coming down Red Ridge was beautiful.
Somebody hit the slide.
Highly recommended. There is a little area that's kind of slidey. It was okay. Very nice. And if you are coming here, parking is at Diana's Baths. There's probably space for 50 cars, maybe more, I don't know. It fills up fast. Probably a lot of turnover though, because most people are just here to go out to Diana's Baths. And there's a bathroom. It was the worst outhouse I've seen in the White Mountains this year. It was terrible. I was very, I don't know, dismayed to see. So it was a two-person. One door doesn't close, so that's great. No toilet paper, filthy. Yeah. So anyway, we're almost back to the car.